Okay guys, so it's spring break in, so it's time to start bloody spring break. This is the second one we've done, well I've done. So we start off with a film that's that's being distributed by Trauma Entertainment. Now, as you guys might know if you've been watching my channel for a while, I love Trauma Entertainment. I mean, hell, I have posters for their movies right here. Alright, I mean, I love their movies. Their movies are always really fun and violent and just gross, and they're just awesome. So, tonight I'm looking at a film they released kind of recently, and it is a German, it's one of the kind of underground, like, shot on video German splatter films, stuff similar to stuff like Olaf Ittenbach's The Burning Moon or Black Past or violent shit. Needless to say, it's one of those kinds of movies. This movie is notable because the plot actually sounds kind of interesting. The plot, I should probably say what the movie is first. Tonight's movie is Necronos, the Tower of Doom. Now, this movie has to do with one of the servants of the devil, Necronos, and he needs to build a army of demons for Satan. And to do this, he's sent to Earth by Satan to kill people, to get ingredients to help create these, these demons. So, yeah. Now, the very notable thing about this movie, very notable, and the thing I noticed almost immediately when I did a bit of research on it, is this movie is 2 hours and 7 minutes long. This is a shot-on-video, low-budget, German splatter film, similar to Violent Shit, which I'm pretty sure Violent Shit is only like an hour and maybe 10 minutes long. And this movie is 2 hours long. And on the DVD art for this movie, it has a quote saying, "It makes Cannibal Holocaust look like the Jungle Book." Let me say that again. It makes Cannibal Holocaust look like the Jungle Book. Now, that's a pretty big statement. And when I saw a copy of this movie at Horror Hound Weekend just a couple weeks ago, I was a little interested, and I'd heard about it before. I didn't really know a lot about it, but I saw that it said that on the cover, and I was immediately interested. So I'm gonna watch it and review it for you guys. So without further ado, let's just kick back and check out Necronos, the Tower of Doom, or Necronos Tower of Doom, whatever it is. So the movie starts out almost instantly with naked, possessed chicks chained to the wall, torture, vampirism, backstory, medieval times, zombies, terrible set design, bad acting, bad wardrobe, and cheesy zombie attacks. At this point, I stopped writing. I was only 7 minutes in, and I was already fucking done with this movie. As you should expect from a movie like this, the acting, writing, and characters are all completely terrible. The characters are flat, lifeless, and you really don't care for them. So yeah, if you're looking for a character study, don't come here. The only good things in this film are the effects and the lighting and camera work at times. The lighting and camera work can get pretty crappy at times. And shit, I think this might be the shortest review I've done in a long time. The camera work and lighting really just aren't fantastic, but they're pretty good for it being a shot-on video film, so I gotta give them some credit there. The music is okay as well as the sound design and sound mix. I gotta say, the cool thing about this movie is they made an underground German shot-on video splatter film in the vein of something like Olaf Ittenbach's Black Past, and they made it 2 hours long. The problem is, it isn't as good as Black Past. It isn't even as good as Violent Shit. I would rather watch Violent Shit than this movie, because Violent Shit is shorter, and it is at least a lot more violent. You know, this movie kind of swings between, oh, you know, that's kind of gross and, you know, violent, to, man, this is really, really terrible. And it's not as brutally realistic as Cannibal Holocaust, I'll say that. It's definitely more gorier than Cannibal Holocaust, but it's not as brutal as Cannibal Holocaust. No, it can't even touch Cannibal Holocaust. This movie is 2 hours long, and it's really, really long. I didn't fall asleep watching it, but I wasn't interested the entire time. It's too long. It takes itself way too seriously. Like the way that the film is made, it seems like the people were trying to be like, okay, well, this movie's gonna be 100% serious, even though it's not supposed to be, and we're basically making another, you know, another one of those cheap splatter films that, you know, some people really like. And another problem I have with this movie is that the movie thinks it's being really, really violent and brutal and shocking, when I've seen movies that are a lot more violent and gory and brutal than this film, and they have a shorter runtime. You see the problem here, right? The runtime is too damn long, and there's not enough gore to keep the damn thing interesting, or at least entertaining. It's not cheesy. I mean, it's cheesy, but it's not like the level of cheesy that's funny. It's just a level of cheesy that makes the movie even worse. And, like, even worse to where it's just boring. I mean, I think I've come up with a new word to describe this kind of movie. Goring. It's a freaking splatter film that is somehow extremely boring and just dull. And like I mean, again, it didn't put me to sleep, but still. On the gore meter from 1 to 10, 1 being something like Nosferatu and 10 being something like Brain Dead, I gotta give it this much. It's at least a 6 or 7. I've gotta at least give it that. I mean, even though it wasn't ultra violent, I still gotta say it's pretty gory, and if you haven't seen any splatter films before, then this might actually be really, really violent to you. It really wasn't too bad to me, but I don't know. It just kind of felt like they were they thought they were being really brutal. Like, there's literally a scene where a guy gets hit in the face with a hammer, not a sledgehammer, not an actual like hammer, like a rubber mallet. And there's a little bit of blood on his face afterwards. And the way that it's shot and the way that it's shown, it seems like the director was like, oh man, people are going to be vomiting and passing out because of this scene. Like, it just seemed like they thought that was the most brutal thing they could come up with. I mean, I'd rather watch Black Past again. I'd rather watch The Burning Moon again. At least those were gory and still interesting and still kind of entertaining. This one's just really long, drawn out, and boring. And it upsets me that Troma decided to pick this movie up, because, I mean, first of all, this movie had a lot of potential. It could have been actually kind of good. But no. And then Troma was just like, hey, let's pick that up instead of picking up, I don't know, maybe Olaf Ittenbach's Black Past, which is far superior. It's a pretty boring movie, even though it's pretty gory at times. It's just not really that much of an engaging film. And I'm gonna say right now, I didn't expect to get an engaging film when I walked in, but after watching watching it for a bit and realizing that this film actually has somewhat of a plot, I found myself like thinking, well, where okay, this really isn't interesting. When is it going to get intriguing, interesting, engaging? And then I remembered, oh yeah, this is one of those movies. 1.5 out of 5 stars. I really cannot recommend this movie. It's not worth your time. I mean, if you really want to go watch it, you can if you want. I'm not gonna say it's mandatory watching material. Yeah. So anyway, guys, if you liked the video, like my channel, be sure to like this video, favorite it, whatever you want, and maybe subscribe perhaps. I would really, really appreciate that. And check the links in the description below. There are links to things like my Tumblr, Twitter, all that, Facebook. All that is in the description below, as well as Rotten Cotton t-shirts, where I get my horror film t-shirts like this I Drink Your Blood t-shirt I'm wearing right now. This is available on their site for like 15 bucks. It's a pretty good deal if you buy like 6 or 7 shirts, and you get it. And if they're like under 20 bucks, you can buy them all together as a package, and you get it for like 70 bucks. And it's a really, really good deal. It's where I get my horror film t-shirts. And be sure to check out my friend Chloe, her cosplay and makeup tutorial channel. It is in the description. She always does something really interesting, really cool. And I guess that's it. I'm signing off. You guys have a good day, good night, good whatever. Peace.